The civil war in Syria is almost 5 years old, and it's estimated 250,000 Syrians have been killed. UN-backed talks to end the fighting and restore the peace are due to start later this month. But Syrian opposition leaders want confidence-building measures from the Syrian government before the talks begin. They want Syrian government forces to stop bombarding opposition-held towns and cities. They're calling for political prisoners to be released, and they want humanitarian aid delivered to those in desperate need.
You can't really enter negotiations while people are being slaughtered en masse. At least stopping this onslaught would be a sign by the regime to tell the opposition that it is serious about negotiations.
The various groups who make up the Syrian opposition are fighting on the front lines against the Syrian government and its allies, such as Iran and Russia. However, the armed and political opposition lack a unified command and have very different visions for the future of Syria. Last month, opposition leaders met for 3 days in the Saudi capital, Riyadh, to try to unify the opposition before scheduled talks with Syrian government leaders.
The Riyadh conference last month shows it is possible for independents, for faction leaders, rebel leaders, as well as the political coalitions to come together and form a platform. But how can they go to the table when the situation on the ground is so divorced from the reality or the unreality of what could take place in Geneva?
Even if the Syrian opposition can find common ground, talks with the government to try to end the war will be difficult. The opposition says it won't bargain with President Bashar al-Assad and demands he leaves before a transitional government comes to power. Foreign ministers who make up the International Syria Support Group say Assad's future isn't predetermined. While there is a sense of urgency among many parties to end the civil war, the reality is that all of them may not be ready to do so. Victoria Gatenby, Al Jazeera.